Would you like to get started?
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
May I suggest some modern pop? Or perhaps pop?
Modern pop?
On second thought, that narrows things down too much. I'll keep looking without it. Let's sample some music and see what you think.
No. Alexa, shut up.
On second thought, that narrows things down too
Alexa,
much.
no, shut up. Levi, thank you. I follow you now. Thank you so much, baby. You guys are my inspiration. 100%. Make some fan art for UBD, Sabrina. Ooh, did you tag me on Instagram? I want to see it. Or on TikTok. Where'd you put it? Levi, thank you, baby. I ship Nika and Maihua. Me too. Who fell in love first? I did. If you guys want to ask questions or like who did this, who did that in the relationship, I can tell you. Free. Thank you for the flowers. Woo. Who fell in love first? Who made the first move? Blah blah blah. What made you fall in love with Nika? As many times as I tried to push her away, she came back 10 times harder. Amazon! Thank you! Amazon Jordan. I follow you now, babe. Thank you. It's Stuck on You by Giveon. It was a song before. So are you in touch with your Hmong side? Like, what else are you? I don't really follow my Hmong culture. I'm white, Indian, French, and Hmong. But I don't really like touch on Hmong culture. I'm just kind of like living. Thank you. Oh, I don't know how to say your name, but 1638. Hey, 1738. Hey. A kinker sore. Freya Harris. I already follow you. Thank you for the legendary candle. Whoa. Where did you meet Ika? She was a fan of me, actually. So when you guys asked me, would you date a fan? And I said, yes, this is proof. She was a fan of me, made some videos for me to duet, or she tagged me in, and I saw it, and I followed her, and then I joined her live, and then I was flirting with her in her live, and then I got her Snapchat, and we just started Snapchatting each other. Then I gave her my number, and we FaceTimed, and it was kind of a rough journey between me and Nika. It was kind of on and off for a little bit. For 4 months, I fought for her. I was like, she's never been in a relationship before. She doesn't know what love is, all that stuff. So, she wasn't ready when we first started talking. So we ended it. But I fought for her like 4 months, like 4 months and a half, and finally I got her to love me. I taught her what love was, because she realized, because it was funny how I asked her out. Some of you already know, but I was at the point where I was done fighting. You know, I was about done, so I was just telling her, I was like, I'm gonna move on with this other girl. I'll talk to you later. And she was like, no. And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, I don't know if it's selfish, but then they're gonna take up my time, like, with you. And I don't want you flirting with anyone else. I don't want you doing this with anyone else. So I was like, what does that mean? She was like, I don't know. So we just had this whole back and forth conversation about it, and then I was just finally like, okay, well then you want to be my girlfriend? And she was like, yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of how we started dating. September 22nd, 2020 is when we started dating. But I've been fighting for her for 4 months. Through those 4 months, it was, I want you to be with me. I'm gonna be that person for you. All the little sappy, sad TikToks and like, it's gonna be us in the future. TikToks on my spam account were about her. But who made the first kiss. I kissed her first because she said she was gonna do it, but then she pussied out, and I noticed. Amazon, thank you for the hearts, babe. She pussied out a little bit, but our first couple of kisses were kind of awkward just because we didn't find our rhythm yet. Ow! My canker sore hurts. We didn't find our rhythm yet, so but then now we kissed great. When's the wedding? Nika doesn't really believe in marriage, so hopefully I can change that because I really want to get married. Not legally, like on a paper or anything. Like I just want a wedding and to be able to call her my wife. Doesn't need to be any kind of legal action with it. I just want a wedding and a ring. Hola. What's the most attractive thing about Nika? Her eyes. I'm just saying it, guys. Like, her eyes could kill me. Like, when we're on the phone and she's, like, getting a little fruity, like, she's just, like in her TikTok, like, at me, and I'm like, girl, you better stop. We got a long-distance relationship. We cannot be looking at each other like that. Hey, Savannah Grace. When's the next time y'all can visit? I'm going to see her in 5 days. She gonna dye her hair strands back to pink. No, she wants to dye her under part blonde, I think. Yeah, me and Vanessa are kind of like the same person, but she's funnier, not gonna lie. Oh, thank you for the legendary candle. Anonymous? I follow you now. Thank you. 2 of them. Thank you, baby. I follow you now. Thank you. Send a legendary candle or a disco ball and I'll follow you. Just letting you guys know. Yeah, POVs are like anonymous. Thank you. POVers are starting to decline nowadays because I don't know what people really want to see, like, content-wise, but I am personally still going to keep doing POVs because I think that POVs should make a comeback. Anonymous, thank you. Damn, Anonymous. Thank you. Yeah, POVers are, like, if you guys haven't noticed, like, their numbers have declined a little bit on their likes and views. So whenever I make a POV, it's just any post that I make. I think I'm kind of shadow banned. I don't fucking know. But my videos have been declining, but it's fine. Legendary candle. Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you, Anonymous. But yeah, that's kind of like how, I don't know. Yeah, POVers and just my videos in general have kind of been declining, but it's fine. I don't really care. I just kind of want to post content, you know? What would you do if your girlfriend was making everything about herself and not care about you? I think a very good conversation needs to happen. I think it needs to be an assertive conversation where you understand her side, but also make sure that your side is talked about, you know? You need to start understanding that you need to put yourself first, and if they're not gonna listen when you have something to say, then they're not for you, you know? Like, I had a relationship like that where every time I would try to bring up a problem that I had, she'd just switch it up on herself and just be like, oh, but me, oh, but this. Like, I'd say, hey, like, my dog died, and then she'd be like, oh, yeah, my dog died, like, a couple years ago. Like, when it switches, I don't know, it's not healthy for you because you don't feel heard in the relationship. So I mainly be like, have a conversation, and if nothing changes, you need to leave. Olivia, thank you for the let's go ball. Period. Follow you now. Is it hard having a long distance relationship? Kinda. But she makes it easy, you know, 'cause she tries her best to include me and to talk to me. Amazon, thank you for the legendary candle. Oh, luxury candle. Kinsley, thank you. I follow you now. Period. But yeah, it's hard, but she makes it easy. She makes sure that she puts time in the day for me and her to talk. And she includes me when she's hanging out with her friends. She FaceTimes me when she's with her friends. We sleep on the phone every night. But yeah, yeah. It's hard. Definitely, but you always have to have something to look forward to. What's your Venmo? Maihua Lee. Why? Steph Honey. Thank you, baby. Why are you asking for my Venmo? It's my TikTok username, literally, but I don't know it. I don't want like your money. You're good. London, guys. London is back in the house. Love her. Not just because she sends me gifts, but because she's a freaking amazing person. London, I'm sorry I haven't been responding to you lately. I have been occupied. My brain has been scrambled. I haven't talked to anybody except for my girlfriend. But I will get back to you. Can you make romance POUs? Sure. Now TikTok isn't going anywhere because Biden doesn't give a fuck about TikTok. Just so you guys know, for you guys being scared, is TikTok going away? But TikTok isn't going anywhere. I knew from the start TikTok wasn't going anywhere. Like, London, sweet pea. Yeah, TikTok isn't going anywhere at all. What's your Venmo? I told you, it's Maihua Lee. It's my TikTok. Just Maihua Lee. But why do you want to know my Venmo? That's the question. I'm kind of curious. Least favorite thing about Nika. Y'all gonna get me in trouble. She thinks she's ugly. Like when she doesn't have makeup, or she's like, oh, I used to be so hot, but now look at me, I downgrade. No. She's the most beautiful person I've ever seen in my life. She makes me a better person, and her looks, I don't know what she thinks is wrong with her. Pimples, I don't give a fuck. She's so beautiful, and especially when she wakes up in the morning, because I see her when she wakes up in the morning on the phone and in person last time I saw her. Like, she's so beautiful, and it just, it irks my nerve that she thinks she's so ugly, but I'm gonna try my best to make her see. London! What's your new profile picture? What is that? Oh, badass bitch, what you looking at? That's what's up. Do you still talk to Blake? Not as much, but sometimes. I still love her with everything in me. How do you know you're ready to love again? I'm having trouble to love again. When you find the right person, you just know. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, in my last relationship, like, I was just like done. I was just like, fuck love, I don't give a fuck. I'm going alone, being by myself. London is going off. But it's just like when you find the right person, you're just like, I want this. And if you want something good, and if you want something hard enough, and you want something enough, Emily, thank you, baby, then you'll fight for it. I just want this to be advice for all of you, okay? Amazon, thank you, baby. Depressed baby, thank you. If you want something, fucking go for it. Life is too short to be sitting on what ifs and if I did that, if I did this, or maybes, you know? If you want something enough, fight for it. You know, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst in any situation. I hope for the best in my relationship, but I will prepare for the worst. You know, who knows? But at the end of the day, if you want something enough, you fight for it. I was homeless for 5 years, and I wanted this dream that I have today, and I fought for it, and guess what I have? This dream that I've been wanting since I was fucking 2 years old. I got this dream because I worked my ass off. I was living in storage rooms and sleeping at parks, like, not even a year ago. I mean, like, a year ago, not even 2 years ago. Thank you, Vanessa, thank you. Freaking, like, a year and a half ago, I was living in freaking storage rooms and sleeping on park benches and shit. Like, and a year and a half goes by and look where I am. I'm here living my dream because I wanted it bad enough. And if you want something bad enough, you will work your ass off to get there. Take yourself out of toxic situations and put yourself in a positive situation. And you are who you surround yourself with. Let me just make that 100% clear. If you surround yourself with toxic people, you will become a toxic person. I have been through it. I surrounded myself with super toxic people, so I became a liar. I became a toxic person. I became a bully. You know, that's who I was because I surrounded myself with those kind of people and they told me that it was okay. You know, so use whatever motivation that you have. If you say, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do that. Can't is another word for won't. You can do it, you just won't do it. I can't get up and go to school. You won't get up and go to school. I can't be a dancer. You won't be a dancer. You won't get up and go dance. So start saying that you can do it. Start with little things. I can get up and brush my teeth. I can get up and make my bed. I can eat a meal today. Little goals that you have for yourself to reach to your higher goal. Make short-term goals like getting up and making your bed, getting up and going on a run, or brushing your teeth, taking a shower, fixing your hair, doing your clothes, cleaning your room. Like little goals to get to your bigger goal. Because you know what cleaning your room and doing all that stuff does? Gets you up. Gets you up and gets you to do something. Amazon, thank you. So use those little goals to get what you want. Because my little goals when I was homeless was get a job. Got a job. Save money. Save some money. Move out of Colorado. I moved out of Colorado. Work your ass off. Get a new manager. Got a new manager. These little goals that I set for myself got me to 2.7 million followers. London, thank you, baby. It got me to get a car. It got me to pay for this room that I'm in. It got me to get a plane ticket to go see my girlfriend in 5 days. That's what my little goals did. So if you want something bad enough, you work your ass off to get it. It's not going to come fall in your lap. You know, what happens when you put a tiger who's been living in captivity its whole life out into the wild? It's going to die because it doesn't know all the mistakes it needs to make to live in the wild. So all those mistakes will kill the tiger. Because the tiger in captivity knows people and knows, you know, other tigers. But there's like wolves and like lions out there that the tiger doesn't know about. So the thing is, make mistakes, put yourself out of captivity, and make your mistakes to learn from them. A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. That means, like, if you are a sailor and you're just on a smooth sea, how are you going to learn how to be a good sailor? If you're on a rough sea and you learn how to, you know, handle those waves on the sea, you're skilled. So learn from your mistakes, make those mistakes, and learn from them. Mistakes prove that you're trying, you know? Mistakes is living proof that you're trying. So make your mistakes. It's okay to fail. It's okay to fall. It's okay to fail sometimes. But it's how you get up matters. It's how you get up that matters. So get beat down. I have hit rock bottom. I have been at rock bottom. But I went up from there. Why? Because I made my mistakes and I learned from them. So learn from it. Be that inspiration. London, I would kiss you on your forehead right now. But understand that life is going to put so many obstacles and tasks in front of you, and it's your choice whether or not to let them beat you down or not. The amazing thing about life is you have control of it. You have the controller of your life in your hands. The second that you give that controller to someone else is the second that you fall. So even though I'm with my girlfriend and I'm in love with my girlfriend, I still have my controller. That is a healthy relationship. She has her controller and I have my controller. I will never, ever, ever hand this controller to someone else. And which means this controller controls things that affect me, things that build me, things that break me, things that make me sad. This controller controls that. And I will continue to have my controller no matter if I'm in a relationship or not. I will not put my happiness and my controller in someone else's hands. Even if I'm in love with Nika, I'm in love with her, but I would never, ever, ever give her my controller. Just like I would never, ever take her controller. And she's so good for me to the point where even if I want to give her my controller, she's like, no, you keep your controller, you learn. That's why I say she makes me a better person. And I teach her things about love and things that she doesn't even know. Does Nika parents know about you? Her mom does, yeah. Her mom doesn't care. Her mom actually wants to meet me. I'm scared about, but what do Nika's parents think about you? I don't know. That's why Nika's mom wants to meet me. But yeah. Life is amazing. Life is so much more amazing and precious than you think. There's so many opportunities. There's so many freaking little things that just matter that you need to start paying attention to. Stop paying attention to things that you can't control. You can't control how this person feels about you. You can't control what that person does. You can control how you react to those people's actions and thoughts. You can control that, not them, because you have the controller. And that's the amazing thing about life. You get to choose who gets to come into your little world and who doesn't. That's your choice. That's the important thing about life. That's the important thing about living, is you get to make those choices about what builds you and what knocks you down. You know? Trigger warning for anybody. This is just an example. This is your trigger warning. I was molested as a kid by my cousin. I was 7. No one believed me. I told my dad a few years later because I was finally open enough to tell him about it. He didn't believe me. My mom didn't believe me. No one believed me when I told them I got molested by my cousin. My cousin was 18 and I was 7. But then I let that break me down for a little bit. I let that hurt me and I let that dust me down to the ground. But then I got to the point where talking about it, I didn't cry. I got to the point where I talked about it and I didn't cry anymore. Why? Because I moved past it. Yeah, it happened, but I can't control the past. So I moved on. I don't owe anybody an explanation on if, like I don't owe them, like, they don't believe me, okay, I don't owe you an explanation any further. I can tell you what happens, but it's your choice to believe me or ignore me. And it happened to me, like, I swear on my grandma, it happened to me. But no one believed me. All my life, all I've ever wanted was to just be heard. Like, for people to listen. Because people can hear you all they want. People can hear you and, oh, I hear you, yeah, I hear you. But they don't listen. I was in a room full of, I felt like I was in a room full of people and I was screaming at the top of my lungs and no one heard, like, no one listened. They can hear me all they want, but do they listen? Do they try and understand? No. And that was my whole life. Is I would tell people things and they would just hear me. They wouldn't listen. They heard noise. But they didn't understand what I was trying to say. So those many times I felt like I was alone. So I tried to, trigger warning, end my life. So many times. Because I just never felt like people were listening. And I was talking and talking and talking, sounding like a broken record, and all they heard was noise. That's all they heard. And no one was listening. And you want to ask me why I'm in love with Nika? It's because she doesn't just hear me. She listens. She understands. She cries when I tell her about my past because she listens. She cares. So why am I in love with Nika? Because the one thing I've ever wanted in my life, she provides. Someone to listen. So, yes, I believe Nika's my soulmate. Because no one's ever done that for me. And I don't think anyone ever could. I don't think anyone ever can understand me the way that she does. She understands when my anxiety's talking and when I'm talking. So if you feel like giving up, what's the point? What's the point of giving up? When you have so many opportunities out there waiting for you, just at your fingertips. Tilt your head a little bit. Because right now you're looking at a wall of things that you cannot control. So if you feel like giving up right now, you need to look around. Because that wall ends right here. But you're so concerned about what's on that wall and everything that you can't control, you need to move. Tilt your head a little bit. Look at a different perspective and look at the list of things behind that wall that you can control. It's way bigger than the things you can't. Accept that you will be a bad guy in someone's story. Accept it. There's going to be people who hate you. There's going to be people who see you as the villain in their story. But do not be a villain in your own. You are the main character in your story. And there's going to be bad guys in your story too. But you're just looking at everything that you can't control. You can't control if Courtney likes you. You can't control if Derek posted some stuff about you. You can't control any of that. What you can control is how you react to it. How that affects you. If it builds you down, if it knocks you down or builds you up, that's your choice. And if you feel like you don't want to live right now, it's because you are looking at that one brick on that wall. The one brick out of all of these opportunities around it. You are paying attention to one specific thing of things that you can't control. When you have a bunch of flowers and shit around you that tell you all the things that you can control. So don't give up. What's the point of it? You give up and what's next? No one knows what happens in the afterlife, but you give up, you're leaving all these opportunities and all these amazing things that you could have in life behind. And I know maybe in your mind you're like, oh, I don't want it. Yes, you do. You're just looking at the thing you can't control. Your anxiety is talking. Natalie, thank you for the flowers. Your anxiety is talking. You want that. You want those opportunities. You want those amazing things in life. Yeah, shit may suck right now. You may feel stuck. But you only feel stuck because you're focused on the things that you can't control. What can you control? That's the question. You want to give up and leave all these amazing opportunities and things that you can control behind? You care about that. I know you do. Why? Because you're still here. You're waiting for thank you for the confetti. You're waiting for the opportunity to fall in your lap, but that's not going to happen. You have to work for it. You're here, even though you may not understand or may not realize it, but you're here because you still want those opportunities and you still want those things. Amazon, thank you. You still want it. I know you do. So fight for it. Stop looking at that one brick that doesn't even fucking matter. Who cares that this person broke up with you and this person's talking shit, this person is posting about you, this person. No. Who cares? Focus on what you can control. I can control that breakup will build me up and I'm going to have the biggest glow up. Period. You matter. Whether you believe it or not, you fucking matter. And the fact that you are still here proves that you want all of these things I'm talking about. So work for it. You have the power to get it. It's at your fingertips. You just have to want it enough. You want that enough, you'll get it. Don't ever rely on someone else for your own happiness. Keep your controller to yourself. Don't ever give it to someone else, even if you're in a relationship. Because I love Nika, but my controller is mine. What if you're tired of trying? You're not tired of trying. The only thing you're tired of trying to do is change these things that you can't control. So when you say you're tired of trying to control these things that you have no control over. Why don't you put your effort into things that you can control? Because if you do that, you won't be tired. So yeah, you're tired of trying. Because you're tired of putting effort into something that you shouldn't be putting effort into. Because there's no point. There's no point in fucking putting effort into things that this person said, that person broke up with me, this person, my dad did this, my mom did that. You're tired because you're focusing on that small portion of things that you can't control. Put that effort that you're putting into this small portion into everything else. And poof, you won't be tired. Then why the hell can I control when my depression hits? Depression is like a cloud. You guys notice how sometimes there aren't clouds outside? Then clouds hit. Depression is something that people think that you need to fix. Depression isn't something that needs to be fixed. Depression is something that needs to be maneuvered. And like, it's like something, like I have depression. And when the wave hits of depression, ooh, it sucks. But it's a cloud. It goes away. So don't let those 2-3 days, maybe a week of depression make it a bad life. Don't make that bad week a bad life. Realize that depression is coming. Yes, boom, it hits. But it will go away. It's a cloud. It'll keep moving. But the thing is, you can control what you do when that cloud is above your head. You can continue to fight for the things that you want. Or you can let that cloud consume you. It is your choice. None of this stuff that I'm telling you is nothing that a book or a degree can tell you. So therapists, sometimes they understand what they're talking about, but none of this stuff, none of it, you can learn in a book. It's through mistakes to learn from. All the stuff that I'm telling you is stuff that I've learned from making these mistakes. Depression is a cloud. It'll keep moving. Don't let that bad few days, bad week, bad 2 weeks be a bad life. Don't let those bad weeks, bad days push you to make a decision that is bigger than those 3 days, week. Don't make drastic decisions. Don't make drastic decisions, that's what I meant. Depression is a cloud that'll go away. But it'll come back, yes. But what you do in that time when it comes back, thank you for the disco ball, I follow you now. What you do in that time while the cloud is above you is your choice. Because you can continue to fight for the things that you want, or you can let that cloud consume you. That is all up to you. I could be saying all of this in this live, but it is your choice to take the advice. Are you going to take the advice and stop saying one day I'll get better and start saying day one I get better? Are you going to do that? Because I'm giving you a booklet on how to get better, a booklet on how to feel better, but it's your choice to take that advice or not. People's mentality are built different. Maihua. Some people are built this way. That's the thing. You are not built to decline advice. You are not built to let depression consume you. No one is built that way. It's mindset. It's all about mindset. If you believe you are built that way, you will continue to feel that way. But if you change your mindset and say, I'm not built this way. I can be better. Positive mindset means a positive life. If you believe you are built that way, you will feel that way. No one is ever built with constant like downfall. No one ever is built that way. That is the way you see life. See these like waves that you guys see in life, and these downfalls and the rock bottom, it's all things that you can change in your brain, literally. And I think people don't understand that. Like, I think that's why people say that I'm built this way, because you don't understand that you can control that. You don't understand that. Someone could punch me in the face right now, and I could be like, oh, I could punch them back, or I could just take the hit and be like, good hit, dude, you feel better? It's my choice. I can make him look a fool and be like, good job, you feel better? Or I could hit him back and catch a charge. It is my choice. And I saw a comment with PTSD. I get PTSD and I get triggered every day. Little things, small things, big things. What I do is I count 10 things in my room. Because PTSD basically puts your mind back to the person back to the time where you got the trauma. That's basically what PTSD is. So, I have PTSD, trigger warning. I had PTSD when I tried to OD, and I had pills stuck in my throat when I tried to OD. So I was choking. So whenever I take my nighttime pill, like my anxiety pills at night, and it gets stuck in my throat, I get triggered really, really bad. And I feel like I'm going to throw up, and I'm just coughing, and it's just really bad. And my mind is back to that traumatic experience that I felt. But what I do to feel better, and my girlfriend's actually helped me with this, you count 10 things in your room that aren't in the presence of when you had that trauma. So, like, my girls sign, I just got that this year. So I count my girls sign, LED lights, TV, deodorant, ladder, bear. Like, I count them, and I'm like, that's what's here in the present. You got to start realizing what's a vision and what's a present. And that's what matters with PTSD. My girlfriend helps me. She's like, you're okay. I'm Nika. I'm your girlfriend. You're in your bed. You're in your room. You're in North Carolina. Like, my girlfriend talks to me like that, because with PTSD patients, they need to remember that they're not there anymore. That they're not in the trauma anymore. It's over. It's in the past. They need help with PTSD. When you get triggered, they need help coming back from the trauma to reality. So count 10 things in your room that are in reality and get back to reality. So that's all the advice I have today. I hope that this helps you guys and this helps motivate you. Just realize that literally all the questions that you're asking me is all about mindset. Choose to have a positive mindset and stop focusing on the little brick that has of things you can't change, and start focusing on things that you can. So with your depression, focus on things you can change with that. With your anxiety, focus on things that you can change with your anxiety. You can breathe, like all that stuff. Like, focus on things that you can change. So I hope that this helps you guys, and I hope that you guys can take my advice, because it's your choice whether to take it, because I spent like an hour talking about this, and it's your choice whether to take that advice. So I hope you guys have an amazing night, and please, please, please know that you are worth it, and that you are amazing, and there's so many great